Miss Vaishnavi Godbole is presenting on Mahiṣāsura Mardinī, the source of energy within. She is the founder and director of Gabra Productions. She has completed her Visharad in Bharatnatyam from Nalanda Bharatnatyam Nritya Niketan. Currently, she is learning the vocabulary of Karnas from Nritya Uday Academy and Tala and Natu Vangam from Sri Mudrale, Chennai. I'm sorry because I don't know such words. So please sorry for that. And Vaishnavi ji journeys begin in her school years when she joined formal training for Bharatnatyam. She firmly believes that classical dance brings self-control to the mind of a dancer. She started Gabra Productions to express her learning and spread the passion for dance. She aspires to explore further and broaden the work of Gabra Productions to encompass all the aspects related to Bharatnatyam. She also has conducting dance therapy workshops for corporate organizations. Along with this, she has completed her bachelor's degree in Sanskrit and is currently pursuing a master's degree in Sanskrit. And I welcome you, Dr. Ms. Godbole, and you will all be surprised to know that her mother, Dr. Madhvi Godbole, has just presented our presentation, and today her guru is also here in our program. She will be the last presenter of this evening. So, a very warm welcome to Vaishnavi ji.
Thank you so much. First of all, I want to thank you, Aparna ma'am and Vidharvi sir, for inviting me for this talk and granting me this opportunity. Until now, we've heard such beautiful lectures, such insightful lectures. Actually, when I got to know that I have to talk in this, such a beautiful concept, 9 women talking about the Navratri, it was such a beautiful concept. So I just had to let go of my sickness and I just decided to go about it anyways. So until now, we heard such, a variety of topics. But today, when I knew about this, actually, I wanted to go with my favorite topic, chakras, but I decided not to. Instead, I wanted to tap in on a very basic level of this. So what does Navratri is? What is it all about? So it's basically about ending the demon within us, not just the outside world, but within us. So as women, so I've been teaching dance since past 2 years, not just to the kids, but also to the adults. So I have a variety of, women from 6 years. I don't feel comfortable calling these kids women, but 6 years to 42 years. So I've seen a variety of problems, a variety of issues women deal with in general. Their strengths, their weaknesses, the backgrounds, their upbringing, why they think in a certain way, everything. And I have students from various cultural backgrounds, not just, I'm from Pune. So not just Pune, but, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, people from West, foreign countries, etc. So I want to tell that, I've seen a variety of thought process from the past 2 years. I've observed about how and why do people, women in general, have certain specific issues. Okay, so I just want to tap in this first very basic concept in our lives, instead of going to a very higher level, because I just don't want this to be a talk, but actually the essence of what happens within us. So, there's this saying, I'm sorry, I'm not able to remember the exact Sanskrit wording right now for it. Please excuse me for that. But it said that even Shiva is nothing, just a corpse without Shakti. It's just a word play from the Sanskrit. But, he is the ultimate self, right? He has no realization, he has no gunas, nothing without the Shakti. So, even though, why do we have such so since we are born, we have nothing to back ourselves. I'm not going to consider right now for the statement, I'm not considering the past janmas. When you're born, you're with a fresh mind, right? Whatever is your surrounding, whatever people tell you now, social media, TV, etc., etc., whatever you come in contact, you learn, your mind develops in such a way. But don't we all have the very basic issues? Are we all happy within ourselves? Everybody. So my students have issues with, the body shape. So one of my student has issues with her, or complex with her body shape, or just same batch, the other student is very content with her body shape, but she has worked on herself for past plenty years. So she is content with her body shape, she is happy with her progress, but still she doesn't like the way she emotes through her body. Since I am a dancer, I'm going to focus more on the movement aspect as well. So the personality aspect, or the movement communication aspect, not just the words, but also what your body communicates. Simply like, if your shoulders are rolled back, you are confident. If they're slouched, you have it's not something that it's not like 6 months you worked out, you get that confidence. No, something has happened, just a slight something, you had a fight with your kid, your husband, your friends, anything, immediately you'll see that slouch, right? So are you continuously happy? No. Are you let's see, if are you happy from the entire year? Are you at least happy for like 2 months? Probably not, right? Why? Have we ever questioned that, right? As women, we are always going for others, like helping others. This concept, we just have that in our mind. Especially, it's not just an Indian concept, it's just everywhere. It's not about ki India mein hi hota hai, ya fir we get this concept just in a specific part of the world. So aren't these demons of our life? Aren't these the Mahiṣāsuras of the life? How much do you actually give away for your happiness, and out of that, how much is actually necessary? That ratio is very important. Yes, you're giving out, you're sacrificing so much for your kid, but is it necessary? Why can't you just teach that kid X amount of discipline and let them go? Why can't we accept the fact that that person, I'm not just talking about the kid, but that whoever is a separate identity, right? Why don't we have a habit of letting go, accepting our own thoughts? Because first of all, due to sacrificing for everybody, we don't know who we are. We have, as I think Deepa ji mentioned right now, we just forget our identities. We just do everything for others. And ironically, every speaker had that little mention of this. So psychologically speaking, shouldn't we trace back to this? Right? So this is a very basic concept, a very basic thought of prioritizing yourself, making yourself happy and content. Most of the adults who join for the course are, you know what they say, it's always like, I wanted to learn since my childhood, but I couldn't. Then I had my family responsibility, so I couldn't. Now, finally, my kids are going to college and everything is happening, so I can take out time for myself. Why are we such driven to giving people everything and nothing to ourselves? And it's a very common mentality, right? So, and we begin for this. I just had this process, you know, in my own mind. So what do we do to, you know, not hurt? I'm not saying that, you know, we should hurt people in general. No, that is like, that's not just, it's not done. But don't we own it to ourselves? You know, don't our mothers want us to live a happy life? They've worked so much just so that we get a happy life. Their mothers have worked for the same, and the cycle goes on. And what do? We sacrifice our lives. Do we actually make a good out of it? Why do we do a job just because we have to, you know, give a certain amount of certain good life to our family? So we should get the money. We should. But where's the time for yourself? And if we don't, you know, get this time for ourselves, when will we actually uplift ourselves, spiritually speaking? Right? So all your videos are off, so I don't know how much this is making sense, or, you know, I have stooped down to quite a level, like quite a basic level, because, you know, I felt that talking about this is very important, because I know most of you are like, you know, about 40 or 50, or some are just about 20 or 25. But I'm pretty sure when I spoke about this, all of you wondered about how much you sacrificed in life, how much was taken away from you, right? So there's nobody from here, like from this. I am not speaking just about females over here, to be honest. It's about men as well. But since we are going to focus on Nārī-Śakti today, I want to focus on just women and the problems about women. So, first of all, do we understand ourselves? Do we actually know ourselves, our positives and negatives? And after we understand, are we able to accept our negatives, or we just throw them away? Not just negatives, actually the positives as well. And do we compare ourselves? Do we set limitations on ourselves? I'm pretty sure that we do. You know, there are either cultural restrictions or like social restrictions. What would my family think? What is it right to do this in my culture? Is it okay do I have mental restrictions about it? Do I have physical restrictions about it? We don't give ourselves enough time so that we can think about all these things. Then we just, at a certain point, we just let go, right? And we are just done with everything. We just live our lives until we are 60, and then what? Then you go to spirituality when you have grandkids? No. Why? I just want to ask, how many of you can just, you know, type a yes or something in the chat box. How many of you give at least 1 to 2 hours of your time for yourself? Let it be anything within a day, not within a week, within a day. Anybody? Just yes, if you do.
Yes, I do.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Who else?
One answer in the chat box also. Dr.
Yeah,
I do.
yeah.
Dr. Madhu.
I also do.
That's awesome. So,
Ram sir.
yeah, it's challenging. Yes. So most of the people I know have they just wake up at like 3-4 a.m. Then they take 2 hours for themselves, and then they begin with the day, with the kids, with everything, right? But within these, that's so nice. Yeah, even trying is so important because everybody has a very hectic life, constant need to prove yourselves everywhere on every front. But yeah, I'm so happy to read these. So yes, moving on to the next thing. How many of you have actually accepted your flaws and are working on them? Know them, accept them, and then work on them. It's a pretty tedious process.
Again, trying to. Again, I try.
Yeah. And it's for everybody. It's just a way of self-realization, because unless unless we know our demons, how do we conquer them, right? It's that simple. If we think, no, everything is good, then okay, good for you, everything is good. But if we know actually what are demons, then that's how we move forward. It's actually one step ahead of yourself, towards spirituality, I'll say, or towards self-realization, towards actually understanding the swaroop of the Almighty. I just don't want to, name it one thing, because we have such a vast culture. Everybody has their own perception, and it's, yeah. So Sandhya Prakash ji has, typed, with every meditation, more demons emerge from this and many lifetimes, working on the dissolution of them by acceptance. That is so nice. Yeah. So, yes. Okay. So moving on to my next, point, since I just have 9 more minutes. So the next thing is the balance of masculine and feminine energies within yourselves. Okay, so okay, I just want somebody to unmute yourself and tell me what you understood from this, the masculine and feminine energy, balance of masculine and feminine energy. Anybody?
Hey, Vaishnavi.
Yeah.
So each and every one of us has both masculine and feminine energy in us. One of them is dominant at some time, sometimes something else. And yin and yang, as in the Chinese tradition, as they say, so the active and passive energy. And it keeps moving up and down in waves, and it's awesome as long as we know what is dominant at what time.
Yes. So like a wonderful example from my class itself. Two 42 years old I have, they're like super, active, and they're just so bubbly and excited all the time. One of them is like very feminine, and she's so sweet and calm and everything, and the other is like a literal pataka. Literally, I don't have any other word. So they always try to balance this, and what I'm working on with them and they are working on themselves right now is to balance this energy. How one of them is super feminine oriented and one of them is super masculine and more masculine energy overall. So first of all, they understood that this is the thing for them. One of them, the feminine, she wasn't actually aware of herself, but she was very submissive and said yes to everything. She's a very, such a sweetheart she is. So she was, very subtle about everything and everything. The other one is just like, she goes everywhere. She just voices her opinions. She doesn't really, think about it. She'll just say everything out loud, and then she might or might not realize what impact it had on, the person ahead of her. But she really doesn't care. She's a lawyer. So, I mean, yeah, it's in their nature. But recently, we've been working on the movement vocabulary, on taking their energies to neutral, trying to make it 50-50. So they have actually came a very long way within just 3 months. But what I meant to say over here is, the Ardhanarishwara form is very important. We have to accept that that's the ultimate form. It's not just feminine or masculine energy. It's what it is together. So this balance is somewhat very important. But how mostly people deal with this with yoga or movement overall? So dance, yoga, meditation. But so I'm not going to dive deep because I just have 5 more minutes. So I'm not going to dive deep in this topic, because I just wanted to give a, overall idea of how important both the forms are within our own bodies. It's not about what, body you have. It's just about the energy that flows within you. That's the topic, right? Mahiṣāsura Mardinī, the source of energy within. So which source you're drawing from is what really is important. And this actually is a very strong force, whatever is within us, the energy within us. So how to use it, how to activate it is a topic for another time. But these basic, very, very basic things, hopefully I was, fine enough. Hopefully you all were okay with me discussing this today on such a, prestigious platform. So I think, I just, like I did in the last lecture as well, I just want 2 minutes. That's why I finished 4 minutes early. I just want 2-3 minutes. I just want you all to close your eyes, sit properly, don't move, just focus on yourself. Just silently close your eyes, don't move, focus on yourself, focus on your breathing first. Observe your breath. Now try to understand whatever you're feeling right now. Understand the emotions, whatever they may be. Now I want you to dive a little bit deeper and understand what your flaws are. Just focus on the flaws. Focus on what is going wrong. Now I want you to recite this in your mind, that you will overcome them whatsoever, and you'll move past it. You'll definitely move past it. Yes, we'll make new mistakes every day, but we won't repeat what we did yesterday. Slowly come back to your breath. Feel the positive energy within you. Understand your happy self. Slowly rub your palms together, put them on your eyes, and you can open your eyes. So thank you all for giving me this opportunity and allowing me to talk. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Vaishnavi ji. In these lectures, as a young Nārī-Śakti, you meditate 3 minutes. So this is the self. So you realize everyone having Mahiṣāsura, Tribhuva Sundari, and Mahiṣāsura Mardinī within us, and you make like 3 minutes through these meditations. So thank you very much, and with the blessings of Mata and Guru, you will lead towards to glory of manifestation. That is target of your life. Definitely you will reach out. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Vaishnavi ji.
Thank you very much.
And thank you everyone. And Dr. Aparna ji will take her further to discuss.
Gee, that was wonderful presentation by Ms. Vaishnavi ji, and you are the youngest presenter, I guess, in this particular session on Symposium, and still you have given us, you allow us to have some exercises in the meditation exercises in this session. So thank you very much for that also.